Hey everyone, so I just, oh, yeah, welcome to another reading vlog. Um, didn't, um, I've been out and about today, and I just actually, literally, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to hold this, finished the Essential Tales of H.P. Lovecraft. It came out to be about 3.5 stars after averaging what I felt about each of the stories. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 3.5. It was like some of the stories were really good. The last one was really, really good. Whisper Out of Darkness, spot on. The last, how I was saying that each story seems to end like with a nice little bow. Well, the last two actually didn't. I'm so happy that the last two ended like a horror story. Like, yes, thank you. It was so good. The last two were like the best, which was the Shadow over Innsmouth and the Whisper in Darkness. Both really, really good. I recommend reading those if you want to read H.P. Lovecraft. The first story got 1 star because it was really, really boring. It was just terrible. The second story, Call of Cthulhu, got 3 stars because I just don't remember anything about it. The Color Out of Space got 4 stars, I believe. The Dunwich Horror got 3.5. Shadow Out of Time got 4.5, and the last 2 got 5 stars. So, yeah. And so I had to end up going to the library and getting my next book for the book Junkie trials because it's on hold on Libby, like, for another 2 weeks, and I can't wait another 2 weeks. So I just went and got the physical copy from my library. Anyways, so that's it. Silent Night by Danielle Steele. Anyways, I'll get a cracking on this one. And yeah. Alright, bye guys. Hey guys, so just a reading update. It is now Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Good night. It's Tuesday. So I have made good progress on this book. I am on page 118 of 268. So I imagine I'll finish this in the next couple of days, which is good, and then I've listened to the first chapter of House of Hades, so I'll continue with House of Hades. Thankfully, this will probably be a really, really quick read. I can't be more happy. And then hopefully House of Hades will also be a quick read too, because it'll be a reread, and Mark of Athena is my favorite, but I love the Percy and Annabeth storyline in House of Hades, because we've never had them do anything just the two of them, and it's strictly just Percy and Annabeth. Percy and Annabeth are my OTP, my book OTP, like ultimate OTP. They are a powerhouse couple, and I love them so much. I just want to get through this book to start reading about Percy and Annabeth again, because I just love them. They're so good. Okay. Anyways, this book's pretty good too. Let's talk about this book for a little bit. Okay, so this book, it starts out mainly about these two sisters who, their mom was this superstar actress. The oldest one wanted absolutely nothing to do with Hollywood and everything. Their dad was an agent. Their mom was an actress. And the younger sister wanted everything to do with Hollywood. She wanted to be an actress, but that never panned out. And then she had a daughter And Emma, who is now a little actress, who she started modeling at age 6. And then at the very beginning of the story, Emma and the youngest sister get in an accident. The youngest sister dies, and the oldest sister never wanted to have kids. And she has this boyfriend named Chad, and he's the worst. He's the absolute worst. She dumps him. I was so happy when she dumped him. Let me tell you, he was the worst person ever. Funny enough, his name was Chad. Stupid Chad. Swear. There's no good in someone named Chad. It seems like. In literary fiction. Non-fiction. Or TV shows, movies. If you're named Chad, you're not a good person. Generally. And so, but Emma survived. Emma fell out of the car, and has this major brain injury. And it's just her healing and learning how, excuse me, and learning, basic functions again. And Whitney, the aunt, learning how to take care of her. Yeah, it's a short book. It's really, really short. So I'm hoping I'm kind of hoping to finish this tonight. Start House of Hades. And move on from there. So, yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it for a contemporary. I saw a lot of Danielle Steele. Here's a fun fact. I'm like, there's 4 people waiting. There's 5 copies of this on Libby. All of them are used, and 4 people are waiting to read this book, the ebook. And I looked at Game of Thrones because I'll put a hold on it, and then maybe read it when I finally get. And it doesn't have anybody waiting. Like, I can read Game of Thrones right now on the Libby app, but I can't read Silent Night by Danielle Steele right now on the Libby app. It blows my mind. Anyways, this is good. I recommend it. Right now, hopefully it'll end fine, and hopefully everything will be okay. I'm waiting for Emma. Team Emma. Anyways, that'll be it for right now. I'm uploading last week's vlog at the moment. Yeah, that's it. Alright, bye guys. Y'all, this is so good. I'm crying because it was so good. Oh my gosh. 5 out of 5. It ended. Oh my gosh. I'm crying because that ending was beautiful. Oh my gosh, this was a quick read. Like, super quick read. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm crying because it was beautiful. In the end, all the characters had, like, character arcs. Even Chad. Freaking Chad had a character arc. Like, his, like, story arc. Like, he changed. What the heck? Even Chad. Freaking Chad. Had to change. He had a character arc. It was so good. And I also finished it before I got my hold on ebook. It's supposed to come in the next few days. Lol. I'm already finished. Oh. Oh god. I might go and buy it because it was so good. I might actually go and buy it because it was so good. I'd reread this. I would. I really thought Emma was gonna die in the end. But, you know, she didn't. And it's not a romance story. I was so worried that it was gonna be a romance, but it's not. And it was so interesting learning about brain injuries and everything. And I couldn't help but think about, like, I have my own sister, and she has a nephew, and, like, I can relate to Whitney so much, and I can just, like, my sister seems to be very much like Paige, and I can see myself as Whitney. Now, we do have a brother. We do have a brother. There's a third one of us. And, like, my parents are both alive, and, like, I have a huge extended family. So if anything was to happen to my sister, who's married as well, it's not like I would be the one to take on the responsibility of my nephew, unless just, like, something drastic happened, like the zombie apocalypse. But yeah, I can empathize with Whitney in this situation, because I feel the same way she does. And, like there's a bit of romance. There's just a little bit of romance, but, like, it's so good. It's okay. I'm happy with the romance. The little bit of romance made sense, and it just was natural. And then the epilogue, it had me. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Ugh. Don't give up on your dreams, people. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, this is done. I am through Glimmer now. Thank you, Glimmer, for being a super easy read. Quick, easy, fun. Moving on to my fourth book. That is for the Draconic Isle, and it's a reread, and I am rereading The House of Hades. I chose it because Festus is in this book, actually. Yeah, Festus is the giant golden mechanical dragon in this. So it counts. He's a mechanical dragon, but he's a dragon. Love Festus, and I wanted to reread it because, like, I love Percy and Annabeth. I almost wanted to reread Mark of Athena, but I was like, I want to reread this for Percy and Annabeth's story. Like, I was listening to the audiobook for the first chapter, and Hazel keeps mentioning something, and I've read this book. I've read this book in its entirety, and, like, I don't remember what she had to go do, because apparently that whole section that wasn't Percy and Annabeth has been blocked off from my memory. It just has, apparently. Apparently it's just been blocked off from my memory. Anyways, I'm hoping this is going to be a 5 out of 5. It might not. I didn't love it as much. Maybe because half of it I was like, I don't care. Give me Percy and Annabeth. That's a mood, by the way. That's a mood. I love Percy and Annabeth. Oh, there's stickers! What? I have stickers! Hold on, guys. What is this? I have stickers! Camp Half-Blood and Camp Jupiter. Stickers. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I had stickers. Well, I probably did, and I just forgot I had stickers. That's really cool. I'm going to have to put that in my journal. How do I get this off? Y'all, anyways. That's going to be it for my check-in right now. There's still a rating sprint going on right now. So I'm going to start or get on with second chapter because I'm on chapter 2 now. I forgot about the thing at the beginning. access to my wonderful readers. Sorry about that last cliffhanger. Well, no, not really. But seriously, I love you guys. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Anyways, chapter 2, Hazel. Hey guys, I know I haven't updated in quite a bit. I'm sorry. News. It's Sunday. Sorry. Whatever. I finished House of Hades. It was so good. This reminded me why Percy and Annabeth are my number one book OTP. Because I just think they are the perfect powerhouse. And I love them so much. It's so good. I love them. And I enjoyed the second half. I remember when I read this for the first time that I wanted to get past any point of view that wasn't Percy or Annabeth as quick as I possibly could to get to Percy and Annabeth. And now that this was a reread for me, now that I knew what was going to happen, I could enjoy the rest of the book. I wasn't trying to push through the other half as quickly as I was wanting to when I first read this book. And I was able to sit and actually enjoy the other half as much as I enjoyed Percy and Annabeth's. Although I did enjoy Percy and Annabeth's story much more. Because I love Percy and Annabeth. Yeah, I think Mark of Athena is still my favorite. I need to reread that one, actually. I want to reread the whole series. But I need to actually read the Trials of Apollo and Magnus Chase, because I have a feeling he's going to be announcing a new series soon, and I'm here for that. You know, I'll be sitting here buying his books and reading his books for the rest of my life. Pretty much, he's an auto buy for me. I have all the Percy Jackson, all the Heroes of Olympus, the King Chronicles, in the first book of Magnus Chase. I don't own the second or the rest. I think that's a trilogy. I think Magnus Chase is a trilogy. I don't own any of the Trials of Apollo books. I wish I did. Anyways, I'm going to sign off, and I'm reading Stardust by Neil Gaiman next. There's an audiobook and there's an ebook, which makes me happy, so I'm going to check out both. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. It is now Monday. Yesterday, guess what? I didn't vlog this. I should have. I finished Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It was a 5 out of 5. It was really, really good. Listen to it on audiobook. Yeah, it was really, really quick. It was like 6 hours and something. And I just put my head down and listened to the whole thing yesterday. It was good. Anyways, so now I have finished my core path for Mage. And I'm also deciding I'm going to do the newts and just be like, this is my practice year. And I'm going to be a Hogwarts professor. That's what I'm going to go for. So I have 9 prompts. So this time when I do Bookopoly, I think I'm going to do 9 rolls. Maybe 10, just to make it interesting. And an even number for people who like even numbers. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish my last 2 books that I have on the Bookopoly. Because I've started Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. This was for the prompt a bit of romance, hints of romance. And there's all kinds of couples in here. And there's a lot of like problems with couples. So yeah, I think it fits. And then my other book is Nightwing Volume 1, which will take me like an hour to read. So we're fine there. That's fine. Even if that's left to the last day, if it takes me that long to finish this, it'll be fine. We'll get through this. I'll at least finish that book. If I don't finish this one, I'll at least finish Nightwing. I've decided that if I don't finish my Bookopoly rolls, however many books I don't finish, that's another roll I have to add on to what was originally my 5. So the 5 plus 1 plus any double rolls. So let's say, which this next month is going to be different. So this next month, I think I'm going to be doing 10. Say I don't finish Big Little Lies by the end of the month. Then I have to do 11 rolls. Instead of the 10 I originally was planning on doing. So, yeah. That is it. I'm excited. I'm going to be a Hogwarts professor for Ancient Runes. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Anyways, that is it. I'm just gonna get back to reading my book. I'm in my living room right now. So, yeah. I'll check in with y'all in a bit. And I'm back in my normal reading spot. I have made some progress on Big Little Lies. I am on page 83, chapter 15? 14? 14. Okay, so I'm from a small town, and this is sort of a small town kind of thing. Like a lot of he said, she said, and a lot very, 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 very clicky. So, I can recognize a lot of things, and I'm like, wow, this is my town. This is literally my town. Sometimes. And I feel so bad for this kid, because I swear the mom did it on purpose. Okay, so this whole shebang it's about kindergartners and their parents, and there's been a murder, and I think I know who's murdered, because she, at the end of a lot of chapters, comes the detective kind of thing, like interviews of the murder and the whole story. So the first chapter is about, it's different perspectives, it's multiple perspectives, by the way. Is about the teacher, and then she's in the classroom, and then all these parents are having a trivia night in the school, and there's a murder. That's where it starts. And then it goes from that, and then there's all these interviews of a lot of mainly it's all the kindergarten parents. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And it's all the parents interview, a bunch of interviews, and it's this has been a murder. I'm like, oh my gosh. Also, there's a book erotica club. That's an interesting thing. I think this is set in Australia. I think this is set in Australia. It's definitely not America. Definitely not America. I think it's Australia. It could be somewhere. I think it's Australia or New Zealand. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I'm gonna have to look this up later of when this is actually, where this actually takes place. I don't think it's in Europe. I just don't feel like it's in Europe, but I could be wrong because they talk about hiring European nannies, all that. I feel like it's Australia. I'm feeling Australia. It's not Canada because they mentioned there was one family took a trip to Canada. So it's not Canada. Also, it's warm. It's a beach. It's a beachy. That's why I'm feeling Australia or New Zealand. That area. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. I feel bad for the kid because, like, the little boy who's has a single mom. I personally think at this moment that the little girl who claims, I think she's lying. I really think she's lying. I think that her mom is putting her up to this because her mom's an attention whore. I think she's one of those moms that will, like, not hurt her daughter, but, like, put makeup on her daughter. Yeah, I think her mom's an attention whore. So I think she put her daughter up for it. So I don't think Ziggy did it. I don't think the little girl's also at fault. She's 5, guys. Also, she's 5. I think it's her mom pushing her to do it. To be honest, I think her mom's just an attention whore. So, and also her husband's banging the nanny. That's very apparent. That's something that's definitely happening. Trigger warnings for abuse. If you're thinking about reading this, there is a abusive couple or husband that abuses the wife. There is injury, but I mean, it's like there's like a twisted angle in the beginning, but there's also a murder, and they haven't described the murder or like how it happened or how they think it happened or anything. So there, I won't say who I think got murdered yet. I think I know because she hasn't come up. He hasn't come up yet in the interviews yet. So, yeah, so abuse, violence. I think that what happened to the little girl didn't actually happen, but if it actually did happen, child abuse, domestic abuse, I don't know. I think that's it. Murder. So yeah, it's okay. The writing style is kind of weird to me. And it's random and all over the place with the interviews. I think it's interesting that it's just sprinkling in these, but a lot of these interviews just don't make sense. And they don't fit in with what's going on at the moment in the story. Yeah. So, I will check in with y'all later. Bye. Alright, so it's the end of the vlog. Let's do a recap on the week. Okay, so we first finished the Essential Tales of H.P. Lovecraft, and I didn't have very much left. I had like a story left. Finished it, easy peasy. My favorite stories were the last 2, which were The Whisper in the Darkness and The Shadow over Innsmouth. Both really, really good. Best ones. Then we read the contemporary novel, Silent Night by Danielle Steele. It's really, really good. Which was a surprisingly really good read. So very happy. So we went from the Park Cove to Glimmer, short trip in Glimmer, another short trip to Draconic Isle and the House of Hades. Great book, as always a reread. I love Rick Riordan. He's great. And then we moved on to the Bookie Grail, which I have obtained in one day, and we read or listened to whatever it's still a thing. And we finished off Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It was also really good. I hear a lot of people talking about the writing style of Stardust not being something they really liked. I think if they listened to it like I did, it was so much better. I had a great time listening to it, especially since Neil Gaiman, the author himself, narrated it. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I think I would have had a completely different experience if I had not listened to it. Anyways, and then we moved on to just randomly moving through the Queendom and starting off with Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty, and I am on page 129 now of this book. I still think that Renata is a bitch. Not gonna lie, I don't like Renata. So, I looked at the cast for the TV show because I didn't know who the cast was. Oh, so good. So good. They did good. And that's the tea. I have tea today. Anyways, yeah. We are moving along very nicely. After this, we will be picking up Nightwing, Volume 1, and then we'll see. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's like a glare right here. If you did, leave a like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you're reading at the moment and how are you doing on the book, on your travels in the Queendom of the Book Junkie Trials, if you are doing it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.